Alright guys, so we are here. This is going to be the R18B. This is going to be your response to Harley Super Glide touring motorcycle. We're going to have 19-inch wheels in the front. We have 16-inch in the rear. You're going to get 4 piston calipers. So you're going to have 2 discs. Each disc is going to have their own 4 piston calipers. In the back is going to be a 16-inch tire that's going to have 4.7 inches of travel, 4 piston calipers. You're going to see that it's going to be a shaft driven. You're going to see the U-joint right over here. So let's go ahead and get on the motorcycle. We're getting ready to leave, so let me go ahead and get ready, and then we'll start talking a little bit more about it. So we're going to go ahead and put it in the power position. So everything is going to go ahead and get illuminated. You're going to see right off the bat this is going to be an industry leading display. It's going to be 10.25 inches, so you're going to see you get a massive display. So once we're ready to go ahead and get going, we're going to go ahead and push down here. You have to hold the clutch with this bike. Hold the clutch, press the power, and we are. So let's see, I'm trying to see where's my gear indicator. So, here we are. So we were in first, now we're in neutral. You know, funny enough, you get that classic V-twin shake that you typically would get with your, you know, like your Harley air-cooled V-twin. What's the frequency? Yeah, let's turn that off. We don't need to hear any of that. So it's off right there. So as you can see, I'm holding still. You're gonna see the shaking. So let's go ahead and get in first gear. We're getting ready to go. So one thing that I find funny with the R18 from BMW is going to be the fact that everything seems to be so cramped up in your shifting. Everything is so cramped in your shifting, and I'll show you guys later that you have to do heel to toe shifting because you're not able to do the shifting from the front because there's not enough space between the floorboard and the actual shifter itself to be able to go ahead and put the foot and be able to switch gears. So again, so we're riding the BMW R18. This is going to be the B for bagger. So one thing that I like right off the bat is going to be that you have all these analog gauges. So you have your speedometer, you have your RPM tachometer over here. It's going to tell you over here your power reserve. You're going to get your fuel on the other side. One thing that you're gonna notice, being a bagger, it has a very low windshield. So if you're looking for so you will need, if you're going, at least for me, if you're going long distance riding, you're gonna be needing something a little bit taller to give you better wind protection. It's gonna be fixed in place, so there's no adjusting. So what you see here is what you get. So if you need something that's gonna provide with more protection, you have to go ahead and basically buy a bigger one, which might be a little bit of a downside if you think about it. I know Indian, especially Indian, their bagger bikes, you're able to, it's going to be an electric adjustment. So I mean, obviously if you need something bigger, you'll buy something bigger, but you're able to adjust it up and down. The R18 has 116 foot-pound of torque. You're going to still get the 90 horsepower. The best thing about it is going to be the fact that you get that 160 foot-pound of torque. You're getting that literally right off the get-go. You get that 116 literally at 3,000 RPM all the way up. So if you think about it, you're getting all that power instantly. So by getting all that power instantly, this is going to make the motorcycle be able to get off the line right away. So being the bagger model, you're going to get a little bit more height. So the seat height is going to be 1.1 inches higher on the bagger versus your typical R18. Another thing that you get with the R18 bagger is going to be the fact that you're going to be able to get 19-inch front wheels. Your typical standard R18 is going to come with 16-inch tires in the front. This one is going to come with 19s. The 16-inch tire is going to be the same whether you buy the bagger or just your regular standard one. So something to keep in mind. So the way this shifter is, it literally reminds me of the way like the Honda CT90 from back in the day, or even the new CT ones, not CT, yeah, they call them CT 125, but they're actually Trail 125, where you do, oh man, I'm rusty when it comes to heel to toe shifting. And another thing is, it's so far in that you have to try to find it as you're going, otherwise you'll miss it, like I just did there twice. So I have to say, you do get a lot of vibration coming from the motor in this bike. One thing that is also part, and I guess BMW likes it because they say it adds to their safety, it's going to be that brakes are going to be linked. So when you press the front, you're pressing the front and back. When you press in the back, you're still pressing the front as well. So they're going to be linked brakes. So this over here is going to act as your volume for your radio. We're able to go through the menu. Now that we're stopped, you're able to select between radio. I'm trying to see if I'm able to play with this. So by pressing mode, you're able to select between different riding modes. You have the rain, you have the roll, you have the rock. So let's go ahead and just leave it in roll. I believe that's what it was when we got here. So this is going to be literally a first ride impression. I didn't know that BMW was doing demo rides, so all the information that I've given you was stuff that they had in the manuals there, or just stuff that I was able to look real quick. So I don't have a lot of in-depth detail regarding the motorcycle, but as you saw, we were able to change the riding modes. You're going to have 3 riding modes. You're going to have the roll, rock, and then you have the rain. The bagger is going to come at 877 pounds, and I can tell you, when the bike is just sitting there, you can definitely feel the weight. Once you get the bike moving, you're not going to feel the weight. So something to think of if you're not looking for a really big bike. So right now we're cruising at 55. We're in 6th gear, and the motorcycle here feels very smooth. If you're really into the RPMs, you're going to feel the motorcycle start shaking. So I was not expecting all this shaking from the R18. I know I had read that it's going to have some shaking, but I didn't think it was going to be like your, but I didn't expect it to be like your you know, like your Harley typical motorcycles. When we press on the menu here, you're able to toggle between the screens up here. So if we go up, you're going to see that it's going to give you your odometer. It has 204 miles. We have done a total of 203 on trip A. It does lean very well. I mean, you don't even feel the weight once you get it going like this. I'm sure you're getting all that wind turbulence. Literally, this windshield is very low. So, which makes sense if you have a biker. You're not going to have a really tall windshield. You're going to keep that for the Trans-America motorcycle that they have, so which is meant to basically be taken cross country. But again, you just go ahead and you get a taller windshield and you're good to go. What you'll notice is you're going to have limited foot movement. This is going to be mid controls. Then you got to remember that you have opposed twins engine, so it's not like your classic Harley that's going to have a V-twin, so it's going to be in the chassis. Having the opposed twin, the engine is sticking out, so you're not able, if you see my leg, you're not able to really move it forward. So something to think about. I know the Trans-America that they have, it's going to have a longer, it's actually going to have the floorboards are going to be bigger than this one. This one has smaller floorboards. One thing that I have to say I'm not really a fan of, and I understand why they did it, because they have the engine sticking out here. The fact that you have to do heel to toe shifting, since the engine is sticking so far out, it doesn't allow you to shift like you would on your regular motorcycle. It reminds me of the Honda like CT90 of back in the day, and the new Honda Trail 125, where you have to do heel to toe shifting. It has cruise control, so that's a great feature that, you know, most motorcycles have in today's world, which is going to be great for this type of motorcycle, especially when you think about that you're paying at least 22,000 for a bike of, you know, with this many features and in this, you know, type of range. So also another thing to notice and to make a note of is going to be the fact that the brake lever is going to be really far, it's going to be literally far into the engine. So the brake lever is going to be right below the engine, so you have to really make sure that you look for it, and then you're going to have to basically maneuver your foot to be able to make sure you get it. Otherwise it's going to be hard to miss, because if you press your foot straight forward, you're not going to be able to hit the brakes. Oh, I did not know that we were going to get on the highway. That's actually pretty nice. Most manufacturers don't do that. So I am 5'10". I have a 30 to 31 inch inseam, so I'm going to be about, you know, 40 to 41 on the dorsal. So I'm going to be a little bit on the taller side. So you can definitely see that I'm getting all that wind hitting me in the helmet. You're going to get this blurry image in the back once you're under acceleration. But I have to say, it feels very stable at highway speeds. It's a very long wheelbase at 66.3 inches, so you definitely feel the bike stable while doing highway speeds. So here we have the cruise control. You're going to push on, so there we can show it on. Then you have the ability to set or reset over here. It reminds me, I think the system has been in place for pretty much its entirety, because I used to have a BMW K1200, I believe it was RS. It was the boxer engine, not the boxer, I'm sorry, it was the flat engine, and literally I felt like my cruise control was the same way. You pushed forward, you push to the side, and then you're able to set or reset moving down. So just like your typical car, I'm not going to show you, basically this is going to be the same thing. You're pressing your brake or you're placing your clutch and you're able to go ahead and disengage. One thing that the BMW R18B has that not many bikes right now in the market have is going to be the possibility of having adaptive cruise control. So basically it has a radar that is going to be able to keep the distance based on your settings between the vehicle in front of you and your motorcycle. Another feature that they have, which is an option that you can buy if you want to, is the ability to get the reverse. So in a bike of this size, I honestly think that you need a reverse, because this is almost a 1,000-pound motorcycle. The Honda Goldwing comes already standard with reverse, so which to me, when you have a bike that already weighs over 800 pounds, it's going to be standard. And it should be standard, because think about it, you have a bike that weighs 877 pounds wet weight. Once you add your luggage, once you add the passenger, you're easily already topping 1,300 pounds. So having the reverse is going to be, to me, it's almost should be a standard feature when you think about it. So you're gonna see here, we're gonna have two different storage compartments. Down at the bottom, we're gonna have one for your phone. So you open this over here, and you're able to put your phone in here, and then you have another storage compartment up here. And this is not storage, sorry. This is where you actually, it's gonna be the fuel cap for the motorcycle. So once you get moving, it's literally over 90 degrees today here in Florida. Once you get moving, it feels so much better. When you're at a red light with this type of weather, and thank God it's not summertime, because it will be hot and humid. When you're in this type of weather, it literally almost like drains you, like it wears you out. It's just, this heat is incredible. So guys, this is literally a first ride impression of the BMW R18B. If you like the content, just give it a thumbs up, share, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. So this is what I was trying to tell you. So you see how you have you're shifting so far down, you'll have to go really far down, and the thing is, you have no space. As you can see, my hand barely fits here, so you have to do first, and then you do the rest of the gears over here. And I want to show you on the other side now. The other side now, you see where your brake is going to be, so you have to go really far forward, and then you almost feel like you have to go to your left to be able to press the brake. So honestly, I was expecting a lot more of the bike. I have read of the vibrations here and there, but I didn't think it was going to be that noticeable, and it's really noticeable. You're sitting, you're at a stoplight, the motorcycle is just there idling, and you feel that vibration literally coming from the chassis all the way up to the motorcycle. It's a overall decent offering from BMW. I'm not sure if I will be your typical customer. If I'm going to buy a bike or something like this, I think based on my riding experience that I've had testing other motorcycles, I will probably go with the Challenger. The Challenger is going to be a V-twin water-cooled engine. It's very smooth, it's very subtle. Power is going to be right there. You get no vibrations from top to bottom, and it's very enjoyable ride. So